All right. Hello. Welcome to Enigma Esoteric. Today we're going to be looking at the month of May. So we have three groups here. This is group one. I don't know if you can see that. Group one, group two, and group three. So go ahead and pick whichever crystal you're drawn to, and I will see you over in your reading. All right, welcome to your reading. If you chose this pink crystal, we're going to look at your month of May. So, what is happening for those who chose group one? Spirit, those are ancestors, spirit guide, benevolent beings. What is happening? Oh, wow. So we have transformation here. That is traditionally the death card. We've got the Six of Pentacles. What is happening in May? And we've got the King of Swords. Okay, I'm going to pull all the decks, all the cards and get them out on the table. We've got timeout. What is happening in May? No, I'm not going to take this out. Not feeling it. Just want one spirit, please. What is happening in May for those who chose this group? What is the general energy? Oh, the Star. Blessings, inspiration, time to shine. Nice. Ooh, it's jumping out of my hand. Ah, confusion, many choices, uncertainty. Let me get one of these. Happening in May. Timing is spring. We also at the bottom have the time has come to make a decision. The Fish. And I'll grab one of these. So overall energy, the month of May. We have Neptune. One more. And the Sun. So as I'm tuning into the energy here, transformation, the death card, is a very potent energy. And I feel that there's going to be some sort of a huge shift taking place in your life here in the month of May. There's some sort of, with the Six of Pentacles tends to be about reciprocity, giving and taking in equal measure. This imagery is kind of making me see somebody who is now going to climb over the rock to the horizon here. So this looks like the same person. So in a way, with transformation, right, the death card, sometimes it's depicted as like the spirit leaving the body. Obviously, it's not literal. This is not a literal death, but there's some sort of spiritual enlightenment where you're going to be transcending something. Excuse me. And this feels like it's in the material world. So something is going to happen in the material world here in the 3D that is going to help you transcend your current situation, your current circumstances, your current life, really. I feel like this is a profound shift that you're going to undertake. With the King of Swords here, I'm drawn to how he's just holding that sword. It's like, to me, it represents, I'm hearing the sword of truth. So you're going to be given some sort of information here, or some sort of, I'm hearing, decision point. Something is going to be offered to you, an opportunity. This could be a new job. It can be a relocation, a house move. It can be information about a current partnership that you're in. Whatever this is, it prompts you to transcend your current situation. So there's going to be change on the material front, but also an internal shift. And this feels very positive. It feels like it's for the better here. This information, because I keep getting drawn to that sword, I keep hearing the sword of truth. It's going to cause you to kind of maybe retreat a little bit, kind of go into yourself, maybe into hermit mode, and really kind of unpack what this is. Yeah, with Neptune, there's a lot of emotion tied to this. And I know this sounds really abstract, and I'm not sure why it's coming out this way, but that's how they're presenting it to me. But there is, lilies somehow remind me of an ending, but also a beginning. For some reason, I tend to think of them as funeral flowers. So there is an ending taking place here, but also a bright new beginning, because we have the sun. And this is about, I'm hearing, reinvention, an opportunity to reinvent your life, reinvent yourself in some capacity. For some, I feel that this information that's coming in it's to do with perhaps work, career, finance. I feel like some of you are going to get a job opportunity, and it's going to be beneficial. It's going to be a move up, but it's going to require something from you, some sort of, I don't want to say sacrifice, but it's like something that you've been trying to bring in. So maybe you've wanted this job and now it's going to be offered to you, but it requires a relocation. Let's say you're going to have to move to a new city, a new state. There's something like that. It's like something's being offered, but it's also requiring something from you, a big change on your part. We have the star here with blessings, inspiration. So this is a very positive thing. I'm hearing it's time to put your money where your mouth is. So that's just for those who are on the job front. I feel for some of you, you're going to get some sort of information about a situation or a person. And it doesn't feel like it's surprising or shocking or anything. It feels like this is something that you intuitively know, but you're going to now have concrete proof, facts that your hunch, your intuition was correct. And it's going to be kind of like, well, what now? What do you do now with this? Let's see. What else? Month of May. TV show canceled. Being okay with not knowing. So having to change the channel. I feel like there's some sort of a leap of faith that's going to be required. So I'm kind of seeing the Fool card here in tarot in my mind's eye, that this shift, this transformation, this new life that you're going to encounter or pursue in the month of May, there's a lot of uncertainty here, and that's where we have confusion. You're going to have to maybe sit down and make a list of pros and cons. You're going to have to really kind of meditate on this, because I feel there is a lot of emotion tied to whatever this is, this shift for you. Ooh. And we have, you need to see this a new way. Yeah. So like I said, there may be some information being revealed to you that's going to shift your perspective, your view about how you see somebody, how you feel about them, how you feel about a situation. There's kind of I'm seeing like a 180 turn of whatever this is. I don't know why this is coming in so abstractly, but yeah. Ooh, I'm not going to take these. We'll take this one. Let's see. Look at that, shooting star. Now's your time to make a wish. And we have the star here. So for those of you who are being offered a new opportunity, something that, this feels huge. This feels like it's life-changing. It's highly transformational to better your life. It's going to bring you a lot of prosperity, a better living situation, more money, more, I'm hearing prestige, more, your reputation is going to be really elevated with this. So whatever this is, it's very positive in the long run. So what do we want to do? I want to get some specifics here now. Ooh. Hopefully you guys can see that. I want to pull some charms and see what else comes out for the month of May. Month of May, for those who chose this group, Spirit. Okay. And let me grab month of May. This is a general one. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new lands, but in seeing with new eyes. So yeah, something's going to be revealed to you that's going to completely shift your perspective and really allow you to move forward. So family, we have the heart here, the separation, and hope is the most precious treasure to a person. So I feel for some of you where there's been some strife or perhaps some difference of opinion within family, it might be a little bit exacerbated this month. But they're encouraging you to hold out hope that whatever this is, this rough patch within this family situation, it will pass. So there may be a little bit of difficulty now, a little bit of heartbreak, but I'm hearing this too shall pass. Health is going to be very good. You're going to have a lot of vitality. I'm also seeing that you're going to get a lot of good sleep. So if you've been having a hard time sleeping, you're going to really be able to catch up on your rest, and that's going to help you feel refreshed and rejuvenated. We have your sharp mind and kind heart brings much admiration from others. And this was in the organize compartment. So I feel like this is just kind of an encouragement, a kudos from spirit, just letting you know that you're very much appreciated. I feel like you're somebody who gives a lot of good advice to others. You're just a very helpful person when it comes to other people, and they really appreciate that. And you probably find that a lot of people come to you requesting advice. So you give very good advice, and it's very much appreciated. So we have opportunity here. This represents balance, but also the masculine and the feminine energy. So I feel like, yeah, this month, if you've been in a situation where you've maybe been too much in your feminine energy, or you've been too much in your masculine energy, kind of burning the candle at both ends and trying to balance, that's going to level out. And I feel that that's going to be very helpful as this opportunity that we talked about in the general energy, as that comes in. When we're feeling very balanced and level, we make better decisions. We are tapped into our higher self, and we can receive the divine guidance from spirit and from our guides. So you can expect that this month. Idea, we have Aries. So an Aries person may come to you with an idea. This could be a business idea, maybe a side gig idea. I feel like there's a lot of passion, excitement. This could just be you coming up with, I'm hearing, a winning idea. So, yeah, keep yourself open to the creativity and the passion. What makes you excited? If this, if this light bulb that goes off really just kind of is something that is just on your mind constantly, you're encouraged to pursue it, see where it goes. Finances, we have Cancer energy, and we also have something hidden will soon reveal itself. And Cancer is tied to the moon, which is also about hidden. So hidden energy. So I feel with this, there's going to be like some sort of a surprise boost coming your way. This could be a tax return. Maybe you're getting a little more money than you thought you would. You're getting a bonus check, a commission, something that is going to really just kind of boost you and put you. I don't feel like it's a huge windfall, but it's enough to just kind of make you comfortable, and just, maybe you can pay off a credit card or something. It's going to put you in the right track, I'm hearing. So we have trouble. We have like the labyrinth here. I'm feeling this kind of ties back into that general energy of something being presented, right? That sword of truth. It's going to kind of send you on this mental and emotional labyrinth, this internal quest for, what do I do with this information? What do I do with this opportunity that's being presented? So that might just be something that, it's not necessarily trouble, but it might just kind of cause you to go into that hermit mode and cause a little internal, reflection, which isn't a bad thing. Lesson, we have the letter here. So I feel like there's some sort of communication coming in that is, I'm hearing it's very sweet, and you're not going, it's going to shift how you see the world. This message, this could be from a partner, it can be from a family member, it can be from a client who is just very appreciative of you, it can be from a friend. There's a sweet message that somebody is going to give you a sweet compliment. They're going to let you know how impactful you've been in their life in a positive way. And I feel like the lesson there is the world isn't as bad as I think it is. There are good people out there. There are people who share how they feel. You know, I am making a positive impact in the world, and that's being shared with me. So that's what I'm getting with that. And then we have break and work, and we have Virgo here. Interesting how we have a lot of astrological energy. I feel like with this, they're just saying, take it easy this month. You know, if you're in workaholic mode, don't be afraid to take a time out. You know, you are going to be in good health. You're going to be getting a lot of good sleep. Make sure you're balancing the work life balance, and yeah, just keep yourself level, right? It keeps coming back to that balance. So I think that's also a main theme for you this month. So I want to pull some blessings. Any blessings coming in for those who chose this group, Spirit? Any blessings for the month of May? Wow, we've got increasing income. So yeah, there's that finances. You may get a promotion, but I do feel there's a little something coming your way that you weren't expecting. And we've got recognition. So kind of like I said, your reputation is being elevated. You know, maybe a project that you've worked on is going to be recognized. You're going to be given a promotion, especially if you've been in the shadow of somebody, like maybe you have a coworker who kind of eclipses you or somehow gets all the glory, even though you're doing the work. You're going to get some well-deserved recognition. And also with, like I said, that compliment. Somebody's going to really pay you a nice compliment. You're going to feel very proud and recognized. We have luxury. So maybe with a little bit of that money that's coming in, you're going to treat yourself to something nice. And one more, Spirit. Blessing. Blessing coming in. Blessing for the month of May for those who chose this group. Two more. All right, happiness and new gadget. So all in all, a good month. I think you're going to have a little bit of internal kind of enlightenment, but overall, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel happy, right? Recognition, money's coming in. I feel like you're going to have a sense of direction. By the end of this month, you're going to know where you want to go, what you want to do, and it's all going to come together. We have new gadget here. So again, some of you may treat yourself to a new, I don't know, a phone, something that you've been wanting, hair dryer. Some of you may buy one of those Dyson hair dryers or something. Somehow that's coming through. Maybe a coffee machine, an espresso machine that you've been wanting. Something nice. You're going to treat yourself. And I feel like it's very well deserved. So that is all I have for you. I'm wishing you guys a wonderful month of May. And be sure to like this video if you vibed with it. If you want to leave a comment, I'd love to know what you think. And I am wishing you guys a wonderful month. Take care. All right. Hello. For those of you, group 2, you chose the clear quartz. I love this stone. It's so beautiful in the light. But let's see what's happening in the month of May. Spirit, tap me into this group, please. What's happening in May for those who chose this group? Those who chose this group. Month of May. Month of May for those who chose this group, Spirit. Oh, got 4 cards. So we have the 5 of Swords, 3 of Cups, Akashic Records, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. I'm going to get the rest of the cards here. What's happening? Month of May. Two. Okay, we have letting go of urgency and emotional desert, inactivity and isolation. Getting a lot of cards here. I usually don't pull this many, but they're wanting to come out. We've got don't stop. A miracle is right around the corner. Nice. Month of May. Month of May, Spirit, those who chose this group. We have spiritual career. And those who chose this group, Spirit, month of May, tell me more. Relaxation. And I want to get one of these. Hibiscus. The timing is summer. I'm going to pull one more. Why not? Spider. What is meant to be will be. Okay. Oh, and I wanted to pull. I'm wondering if a lot of you are going to choose this group because we have a lot of mixed energies I can already feel with this group. We have 11th house, society. Yeah, gatherings, friendship, connecting with others. So with the 5 of Swords, I'm hearing rising above adversity. Taking the, what are they saying? Taking the wisdom and the lesson and moving forward. So for those of you who have been kind of in a rough, difficult situation, just know that that is going to dissipate this month and you are going to be able to leave it behind. You're going to take what's valuable from this adversity, this situation. And it's like I see somebody taking something like a stone off the table, putting it in their pocket and walking out the door and leaving behind, chaos. They're showing me like a cyclone. And it's like, I'm taking this crystal. This is the knowledge, the wisdom. I'm putting it in my pocket so I can keep it with me and I can pull it out and use it when I need to in the future. And I'm leaving the rest behind. So you're not going to bring any baggage with you. With whatever this is. So I feel like somebody out there needs to hear that. We have the 3 of Cups. I'm hearing innate knowledge, innate wisdom. I do feel that some of you might go through a dark night of the soul here this month. There might be something coming up that kind of triggers you or puts you into a deeply reflective state. This doesn't feel like it's a negative thing we have with the emotional desert and isolation. I feel like you're going to maybe this feels like the first half of the month. Perhaps for some of you, something is going to come to light, some sort of an event, a trigger, and it's going to cause you to go within, maybe withdraw a little bit from everybody and just do some soul searching. But I feel like by the second half of the month, you're going to come out of it. And again, you're going to be wiser for the journey. This is interesting, all of these energies coming through. The Akashic Records. I feel like some of you are going to be embarking on perhaps a spiritual career, putting yourself out there, utilizing your gifts and offering them to others to help the collective. Yeah, and it feels like the timing of summer is tied into this. So you might be getting a website going, preparing, maybe you're an Oracle deck creator and you're going to be getting that going. And it's like you're giving yourself a timeline by the first of, by June 21st, I want to have this ready to go. For others, it's like you're doing some independent studies, what I'm hearing, when it comes to spirituality. Perhaps you're learning how to access the Akashic Records. You're diving into divination methods. You're being a student of spirituality this month. I feel like you're a lifelong student, as we all are with spirituality, but maybe you're taking a class this month, on tarot or something. Perhaps you are an instructor and you're providing a class to a group about spiritual topics. If that is the case, I do feel it's going to be very successful, and it's only going to lead to better things in the future. Which brings us to the Ace of Pentacles. This is being offered. Yeah, I feel like some of you are going to be offered a job where it may not be particularly in the spiritual realm, but somehow your spiritual gifts that you have, your clairvoyance, your intuition, is going to help you with this career. Maybe you are embarking on a career as a social worker or a psychologist, and you are very intuitive, and you're getting this job offer that your gifts are going to really, I'm hearing, like, set you to the next level when it comes to this. So, yeah, it's interesting. These are very varied situations, energies, but yet they're specific. I don't know. I'm just going to go with it. But for those who are in the shadow zone in the first half of the month, I do see you coming out, I'm hearing gregarious, perhaps meeting up with friends, family, really connecting, getting plugged into connecting with others. And I do feel for the rest of the group who chose this, that's going to be, it's going to be a great month to socialize, to network, especially if you're looking for a job, or if you are kind of doing a side gig, a side career. Maybe you're going to do some sort of a psychic fair. If you're a tarot reader, you're going to get out there in person and kind of promote yourself. So that is coming in. But otherwise, we've got relaxation, letting go of urgency, and what is meant to be will be. So I feel like overall, the energy here it's very calm, soothing. There's not a sense of forcing anything. It's like, as it says, what will be, will be. Que sera, sera. Yeah, I feel this feels very deep, and I'm drawn to this crystal here. This to me is like an activator, a generator, an activator, very powerful. And as incidentally, the stone that you chose, clear quartz, these are powerful generators. So I feel like the less you do this month, the more you gain, if that makes sense. That's what I'm hearing. So the more you kind of just calm yourself, I don't need to be in the fast lane. I can pull over and just kind of just cruise. I feel like you're going to get a lot of spiritual messages, a lot of downloads, and it's going to give you a lot of time to physically, mentally, and emotionally recharge. which is, it's going to be very much needed because we have Don't Stop, a miracle is around the corner. So I feel like by the end of this month, life is really going to pick up for you. It's going to, this job opportunity, whatever this is, it's going to really, whatever is being handed to you here in the 3D, in the physical world, and especially as we get going here to summer, life is going to really pick up in this season. So as we're closing out spring, this is a time for just relaxing, doing less. Less is more, is what I'm hearing. Let's see. What else, Spirit? What else in the month of May for those who chose this group? I'll take this one. Oh. We have Don't Let It Eat You Up with a Venus flytrap. Beware the gift with strings attached. I feel like you're very shrewd this month. You're being very shrewd about offers that are coming in. You're tapped in spiritually. You're just very aware of the intentions of others, and you're acting accordingly. You will soon do something you will be ashamed of. I don't feel that. I feel like whatever this is, this adversity that you've gone through, it's kind of, as I see you rising above it and walking away, taking the wisdom, I feel like whatever this situation is, that's where the shame is, so to speak. I don't feel that you were treated fairly with whatever this is, but it's not holding you back. I just see you kind of moving forward and, like I said, que sera, sera, whatever. Yeah. Last in the family line, ending generational trauma. Yeah, so that dark night of the soul or that reflective period, that could have to do with perhaps family lines. You're helping to purge your generational lineage of whatever this is. It feels very positive and very productive. So now I want to get some details here. Let's see. I want to get some more information, Spirit. Month of May. Those who chose this group. What's happening? Month of May. For those who chose this group. Anything else? Okay. So we've got idea here with the sailboat. I feel like it's going to be smooth sailing, whatever ideas are coming into you or whatever ideas you have to bring to fruition. If these are for work, it's going to be smooth sailing. You're going to have all the resources that you need to bring this to life. This is more in trouble here. We have the scissors and we have a distant relative will phone you soon. That was sitting here. So I feel like there may be some sort of a familial connection. This could even be a friend or a relative who might come to you asking for something. It feels like they could be asking for money or asking for a huge favor. And you may have to kind of say no. There may need to be a setting of boundaries with this person, but I feel like you're going to be able to do that. Friendship, we have the window here. I feel like some of you, because we had that 11th house card, some of you will make some new friends, and it's going to be very positive. You're going to see a lot of I keep wanting to say synchronicities, but you're going to have a lot in common. And it's like, I'm hearing, as corny as it sounds, a start of a beautiful friendship. So keep an eye out for that this month. For work, we have home. And we have you will have what you desire. So I feel like for some of you, if you've been wanting to work from home, that may be offered this month. Some of you may be starting a business out of your home. I'm seeing like somebody doing hair outside of their home, like a hairstylist who's setting it up to where they can take clients in their home. For others, I feel like you're going to have a good month when it comes to work and career. It's going to be, you're going to really just connect well with your coworkers, your boss. It's going to be a nice, I'm hearing warm, cozy atmosphere. So I don't know if that's going to be a change for for you guys, if it's not been like that, but it's going to be a great month for work. Home, we have the Leo energy, so there could be someone who is a Leo who is significant. But overall, I feel like for some reason I'm getting like home improvement projects. So if you're doing any sort of home improvement project, it's going to be a good investment, I'm hearing, and I'm hearing that you're going to make very good decisions. Like if you're choosing paint colors, design, aesthetic pieces, maybe you're redoing a bathroom, you're going to make very good choices, and you're going to be very confident, and just boom, there's not going to be any indecision. So that's very specific. We have family and gift. I just feel like there's a releasing of toxicity because again, we have over here with this relative, I feel like you're really asserting boundaries and speaking up when it comes to family and friends. And we have avoid partnerships. So I'm getting something very specific. It's tied into this Ace of Pentacles. There may be an offer of a job opportunity or something to collaborate with another, and you're just being asked to really kind of meditate on it, really dig deep and see, is this going to be beneficial, right? I'm hearing, is this equal? Are you going to share the work with the other, or might you be taking on a bit more of the work? So it's kind of a caution. Just make sure that whatever partnership, collaboration that you enter into, it's equal, it's fair. Otherwise, there may be some resentment down the road that maybe you did more work than the other person. It just could come back in some way, shape, or form. Intuition here. I feel like they're saying you need to kind of work on balancing your masculine and feminine energies. If you've been feeling blocked intuitively, that would really help you that would help bring you into alignment. So balancing, if you're too much in your masculine energy or too much in your feminine, just kind of bringing those two together in equal parts will really open up your intuition more. So again, that's kind of a piece of advice for you there. And then I just want to see blessings. Let's see blessings coming in for you guys this month. Abundance mindset. Nice. Any blessings coming in for this group? New gadget. New house. And one more. Children. So some of you may be buying a new item. Maybe you need a new TV or something. You're going to have the funds to do it. I'm seeing like a seed growing. So you might be able to have a little something where you can put it in savings and it'll grow, is what I'm getting with this. Very specific. Some of you may be planning a move. You may be moving homes. this month, or perhaps you're starting to look for a new place to live. Maybe you're in the market to buy a house. Whatever it is, these are blessings, so you will have a positive experience. And for some of you, I feel like you're going to be really connecting to your inner child. You're going to, I'm hearing some of you may buy like a nostalgic toy, some toy that you wanted as a child, and you're going to go on like eBay and make the purchase and just kind of indulge your inner child, like, oh, I didn't get it when I was a kid, but I have it now, and I'm going to play with it. I see kind of that light, fun, playful energy. For those of you who have children in your life, I feel like you're going to have a very wonderful connection this month, especially. I'm seeing somebody taking their children to the playground and just kind of playing with them and really engaging with the children, kind of not sitting on the sidelines, but really interacting with them, maybe playing games with them, having a family game night or something. I just see a lot of interaction, and it's really light and uplifting. It's really going to boost your spirits. So I want to see any days, significant days this month. We have the 21st, the 25th, and the 4th. May the 4th be with you. And what else? Do you want to get some advice? Let's see. Any advice for this month for those who chose this group? One whose seeds have not sprouted does not give up planting. Yeah, and with that abundance mindset, I feel like whatever this is, you're just encouraged to keep going. If you haven't seen results, and again, some of you are going to be, we saw kind of starting perhaps a side career, side gig, something in summer, new job. Just keep going with it, and you will reap the harvest. So, yeah, that's kind of all I have for you guys. If you like the video, please give it a like. If you'd like to comment, I'd love to hear what you have to say, if this resonated. And I am wishing you guys a wonderful month of May, and take care. All right. Hello, group 3, those of you who chose this white stone. This is your reading. We are looking at the month of May. So Spirit, please tap me into those who chose this group. Ooh, what is going on in the month of May for those who chose group number 3? What is going on in May for those who chose group 3? 8 of Wands. We have 7 of Swords, 8 of Wands. Ooh, these are flying. And the Hierophant. Okay. I want to get all the cards on the table here. So, what's going on in May, Spirit? Those who chose this group. We have creation, soul expression, something new. Beautiful, look at that. The sun, conscious mind, masculine, life force. It's always a nice card. Month of May, Spirit, those who chose this group, what's going on? You have self-love, okay, 2 want to come out. And healing. I grab one of these. Month of May. What's going on? an offer that you can trust. Month of May. Lovely. Look at that first house. That's the house of self. Moon. Look at this here. Oh, look at that, sun and moon. So let me tap into this energy here. Well, there's a lot of self-expansion here. I feel like a lot of you, I'm drawn to this with the Seven of Swords, this one sword being elevated. I feel like a lot of you are going to be very unapologetic when it comes to putting yourself first this month. I feel, which is wonderful, by the way, I feel that there's a lot of, I'm going to put my needs first. I'm going to take a time out when I need it. I'm going to make an appointment, or give myself a spa day. I'm going to get my hair done. I'm going to nourish my soul. I'm going to set aside time to do a little bit of journaling, or if I want to do a little bit of reading, if I have a hobby that I enjoy, I'm going to carve out time for that, because I feel my soul is needing to really engage in some sort of creative activity, and I need a recharge is what I'm feeling here. For a lot of you, you're really just watering yourself this month. You could even be doing some gardening. Maybe you want to start a garden and you're going to make the time to do it. So yeah, a lot of self-love, and I feel that you're really going to heal yourself through this. I'm hearing becoming whole again. So some of you may have gone through, I'm hearing kind of a treacherous few months. You could just be overworked, overtired. You might have experienced some sort of, I'm hearing underhandedness from another person, and it just kind of wiped you out emotionally, mentally. So you're really recharging this month, which is a beautiful energy. You're filling your cup. With the Eight of Wands and the Hierophant, I'm seeing what you've put out, the intentions that you've set out are coming back to you as she's holding this globe, or this spark, this manifestation, this thing that she has wanted to bring in. So I'm hearing it's paying off. The rewards are coming in. So whatever you have been working on, and again, maybe it's a huge project that you've been working on and it's just depleted you. And so that's where the self-care, the self-love is coming in, putting yourself first. Whatever this is, you're going to now reap the rewards, the benefits. So this is a beautiful energy here. And it's going to put your mind at ease when this comes in. I feel like for some of you, you may have taken a risk with something, and perhaps you haven't told anybody about it because you wanted to kind of do it and make your moves in silence. And I feel like you've invested a lot into these, whatever you've been putting out and wanting to bring in. This could be money, time, energy, but it is going to come in this month. You're going to have some tangible rewards for your efforts. This offer that you can trust is also tying me into this with the hands out. Some of you are going to receive, I'm feeling it's an emotional offer. I'm not really getting that it's like a job offer or something. It could be, but I feel there's someone coming towards you. I'm hearing making an amends. So someone may be offering you an apology. If that's the case, this is a genuine, heartfelt apology, and it's something that you can trust. They really mean it, what I'm getting. For others, this may be a romantic proposal, and you may be a bit skeptical of this person, But I do feel that whoever this is, they are coming in with genuine, heartfelt intentions. So that can kind of ease your mind here as you're in this self-love, uh, just taking care of yourself energy. You can kind of let your guard down, I'm hearing, when it comes to this, because I feel that you're very connected to your intuition this month, especially. And a lot of times when we calm ourselves, when we're doing things that bring us joy, that, are just fun, things that we really love, it opens us up emotionally. And I feel you're very connected and you're very intuitive. This would be a great time to keep a dream journal. It would be a great time. Journaling is really coming through here. So sitting down, writing out your feelings. I feel that your clair senses are going to be coming in very strong. So pay attention to synchronicities, signs. They're going to be coming in. A lot of you are going to receive information or downloads about next steps, is what I'm hearing. So it could be tied into what it is that you're trying to bring in and bring to life through manifesting. And with the sun here, it's just a beautiful, beautiful energy. I'm really drawn to life force. I feel like you have a new zest for life coming in. It's wonderful. As I'm tapping into this, there's just a lot of happiness, joy, hope. Yeah, it's a beautiful energy. What else? Don't let them take what's yours. Yeah, this is about maintaining your peace, your sense of peace, not letting people take pieces of you, to kind of have, like, I'm seeing, again, I'm drawn to this, like somebody envisioning a protective bubble around themselves. And it's just, right now, I'm taking care of myself. I'm blocking out everything that is not in my best interest, anything that does not bring me calm and ease. So I don't feel that your luck is running out. I feel that it's just coming in. I feel like you may have felt that your luck was running out because I see that you've been really working hard and diligently on something, and you may have been like, oh, I'm glad I didn't say anything. I didn't announce it because it hasn't come in and I would have looked foolish. That's not the case. It is coming in. You just have to give it a little bit of time. So your luck is not running out. What else? What else? Perfume is discontinued. The search is on. So for some of you, that may be literal. Maybe a fragrance that you enjoy is going to be discontinued. But I feel like you're also closing something out. It's to do with this self-love, all this energy that you're pouring into yourself. It's providing you a lot of insight, and it's kind of like you're decluttering your emotional space, if that makes sense. You're taking away what doesn't need to be there anymore. I'm seeing somebody literally go to a bookshelf and clearing out books that they don't want or that they've read that just aren't in alignment. They're not interested in those subjects anymore. They're putting them in a box and they're donating them to a library or somewhere. So I feel like you're going to be doing that energetically, and you're looking for something else. And this feels tied into this creation, this first house energy, kind of a hobby energy is what I'm getting, that you're going to be looking for. You're looking for something that's going to be fulfilling, if that makes sense. So now I want to look at any specific spirit. Any specifics for the month of May that this group can look forward to. Okay. Sorry if you hear voices in the background. People are being a bit loud. Anything else? Okay, this doesn't work. Anything else, Spirit? The month of May. Ooh. Okay, this was on intuition. Opportunity. So we have, you are entering a new cycle chock full of luck. Follow your hunches. Yes. So I see when we saw that horseshoe in reverse, you're going to be presented with a lot of wonderful opportunities. A lot of what you have put out is going to be paying off. So keep going is what I'm hearing. It's going to really give you that boost, that zing, that energy. With romance, we have the Christmas tree here. So I feel like if you met someone around the holidays, that's going to be just growing stronger. For others, those of you who are single, I'm getting that energy. It's kind of that an offer you can trust. I feel like you're going to be gifted a beautiful connection this month that you're going to be able to explore. Idea, we have the snowflake. The snowflake and idea. I'm getting on ice, putting it on ice. So for some of you, if you've been working on, I'm hearing this is like tied into a work project. I don't know why these are so specific today, but some of you may have like a block, like writer's block, or some sort of thing where you're stuck and it feels like it's connected to something at work that you have to do. I'm hearing deep freeze. So that will be lessening because again, as you tap into this creative energy, you explore yourself, new hobbies, that's going to kind of thaw the ice for whatever has been blocking you here. Hopefully that makes sense. Friendship, I think you're going to have a wonderful, beautiful connections. It's going to be very warm, comforting. You may meet new people as you explore new hobbies. But I feel like you're surrounded by loving energy this month for sure. We have the infinity symbol here under lesson. Actually, I'm looking at it as an 8. It's jumping out. Why is it jumping out as an 8? Perhaps 8s are going to be important. So keep an eye out for 888 synchronicities. That may be spirit communicating with you through 8. Because I'm not really getting a lesson. For some reason, I'm just seeing this as the number 8. They're saying 8 is significant. So I will leave it there. Work, we have the lightning, the sudden bolt. And again, I feel this is tied into idea. So I think that whatever you've been stuck on is going to come in quickly. Like you're going to have a moment of inspiration. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Family, we have the camera. Some of you may be feeling nostalgic. You may be organizing old photographs, old movies this month. I'm hearing some of you may put together a slideshow for a family event, a family birthday, for everyone to view. Otherwise, I just feel you're going to be making memories, taking a lot of photos, as we're heading to summer, people do a lot of like barbecues and stuff. So I feel like there's family get-togethers and you're going to really just capture those memories physically and mentally. You're going to capture a lot. So they just want you to keep an open heart. Again, it ties into this creative energy. Be open to new ideas, new possibilities, new connections, new ideas. For health, we've got, I feel like just kind of tend to your health. I don't feel anything bad or negative. Just make sure you're taking it easy. I'm getting stomach virus, so someone, just make sure you're washing your hands and kind of taking care of yourself. If you have allergies, tend to it so it doesn't become exacerbated. Intuition, we have a yes here. And we have, speaking of allergies, my asthma today is terrible, so I apologize if I'm huffing and puffing. We have beware of burdens disguised as opportunities. So if you're presented with something and you're not sure, you're kind of on the fence, you can trust your intuition. You can trust your inner guidance, your inner compass with this. They're not giving me too much about that. That's all they're saying. But so, yeah. Now I want to look at blessings. Blessings for this month. What blessings are coming in, Spirit, for those who chose this group? Contest winner. Romantic holiday. What else? Blessings. Pay raise. Excellent. So we also at the bottom have small business success. So for some of you, if you are venturing out or you are self-employed, you're going to see a boost in your earnings this month. Otherwise, there's a little something extra coming in. This may be a promotion that you know about that comes with a pay raise, but either way, you're going to see an increase. We've got contest winner. So if you're entering some sort of contest, high chance you'll win. Yeah, that's always. I'm also getting surprise here. You may get a surprise gift. So for those of you who are meeting up with a friend you haven't seen, they may surprise you with a little something, or they may take you out to lunch, just on a whim. Somebody's going to pay for something. It feels very, very nice, though. We have romantic holiday. I feel like some of you may be meeting someone, going on a little weekend getaway trip. If those of you partnered, you may go away together, kind of reignite the passion. That's what I'm hearing. But some of you, for those of you who are single, you may treat yourself to a holiday. You may book an Airbnb, at the next town over, or maybe over by the beach or the mountains, and just treat yourself to a kind of a quiet solo holiday, kind of romancing yourself. So that's very nice energy. And I just want to get some days here. Notable days this month. Got the 19th, the 29th, the 10th, and the 5th. And grab an advice. Any advice for this group for this month? So we have practice what you preach and strike while the iron is hot. So yeah, you can trust your intuition here when you're presented with something. Again, with the lightning bolt with work, there's some sort of idea that's coming in, something where it's like, I got to act now. Maybe even a contest. You see it and you're like, you know what, I'm going to toss my hat into the ring and see if I can win here. I'm going to enter it. Practice what you preach. I think this is just be yourself, be authentic. You can't go wrong. So that is your month of May. I thank you for joining me here. If you liked it, like the video, please, and leave a comment if you'd like to, if it resonated. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And I'm wishing you all a wonderful month of May. Take care.